ברוכים הבאים למשקיעים בביטחון עם איתי, השקעות נדל"ן בקפריסין. בפרק של היום נשוחח עם בית ספר פסקל בלרנקה על תהליך הרישום לבית הספר, תנאי קבלה, איזה קורסים בית הספר מציע ועוד. הפרק מתקיים בשפה האנגלית. מוכנים? בואו נצא לדרך.
Okay, so I think actually we can start, right? Anna, Kiki? You're on mute.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect. So guys, before we start, again, I would appreciate it if you can turn on your camera. It will be easier for all of us to see your faces. Just to let you know all, this webinar, this Zoom call, for joining us this morning. I know all of you have many questions regarding the school in Cyprus overall and also in Larnaca. I just have to say, before I let Anna and Kiki start talking about the school, I just have to say good words about the school. In the beginning, when I approached the department, I sent them an email and I explained the situation. Immediately, Anna responded and she offered that we will speak. We had a nice call, I think, of 15 or 20 minutes. Someone over there is talking with me. That's it. And it's really appreciated. Also, some of you already visited there and you gave me a great feedback about the school. So thank you very much. It's very important for all of us to know exactly about the school, facilities and things like that. And the reason of this call is basically that you guys will hear that from the school directly about the facilities, about, let's say, the programs and how things works. So I will give the stage to Anna and Kiki, then they can introduce themselves and explain about the school. You are still,
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
This is Miss Anna. She's the head teacher of the primary school. She will do the presentation for us. So can we share our screen?
Of course.
Perfect.
Sorry about the noise, but we've high school have just finished their last exam, so they're very excited. It's the last day of school as well. The primary school have got pajama day, and I've come in my tracksuit, so I'm usually dressed like this. And they're going to have hot chocolate as well. That's going to be offered by the Parents Association. So it's very sort of low-key day today because it's the last day. Can you see our screen?
Correct.
Excellent. Brilliant. So we just have the slideshow instead of... I'm not very familiar with Zoom, so can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
Brilliant. Okay. So my name is Miss Anna Babandreo. I'm the head teacher of the primary school. And next to me is Miss Giga Gibriano, who's the admissions and marketing officer. And you've been liaising with both of us, I believe. Okay. Right. This is our school. Welcome. We're actually now doing this meeting from the high school. That's why you can hear lots of background noise. Like I said, that they've just finished their final exam, so everybody's very, very excited. The primary school, we have children from the ages of 4 to 12 years old. We're a very, very large international school, and this year we have over 500 children at our school. The primary school has only been in existence since 2017. So it's our 6th year of operation. And I feel as though I've been here forever because the school is so welcoming and it's so friendly. And that's one of the major pluses of our school. Currently, in our kindergarten, we have 2 classes and we have pre-reception children and reception children. The pre-reception children are 4 years old and our reception children are 5 years old. Now, they are mixed. Our children are mixed at the moment, but next year we're going to be moving into new facilities and we're going to have 4 classes, and it's possibly going to be 2 pre-reception and 2 reception, or it might be 3 pre-reception and 1 reception. We need to see what the what the interest is. So we will decide that later. Now, our class sizes this year, we've gone up to 28 to accommodate children who have come from Israel as well. So we have up to 28 children with a teacher and an assistant. We're hoping very, very much next year that we will have smaller class sizes and we will have more assistants throughout the school. But I've been told by other Israeli families that 28 is usually the number of the class sizes in Israel. I don't know if that is the case.
I would say in some places yes, and some places it's even higher.
Yeah, same here. Okay, so this year in grade 1 we have 3 classes. Now, what is very, very important to know is that children, in order to go into grade 1, have to be 6 years old by the 31st of August for the year of entry that they're coming to our school. Now, I know that it doesn't match up sometimes with our friends who come from Israel. So we have had a couple of issues this year, but the law is very, very strict in Cyprus, and in order to go into grade 1, the child does have to be 6 years old. Okay, at the moment we've got 3 classes. Next year we might have 4, depending on the demand, and we've got 3 classes in grade 2 and 2 classes in grade 3. Okay. Right. It's a very busy time here, so everybody's phoning. We've got children outside. So sorry. In our key stage 2, that's grade 4 through to grade 6, we have 9 classes this year. We have 2 in grade 4, 3 in grade 5, and 4 in grade 6. Again, the class sizes, it could go up to 28. We want to reduce that to 25. Now, because we are building a new school, we will have available groups next year. So that is really positive. The curriculum we follow is the Cambridge International Primary Curriculum for the core subjects. The core subjects being English, Maths, and Science. We also do Greek, that is also classed as a core subject. And children will be put in groups for Greek. It could be advanced Greek, main, so that's main stream Greek. We follow the books by the Ministry of Education provided in Cyprus, or it could be Greek as a foreign language or intermediate Greek. When I first came to the school, we just had the 2 groups, Greek and Greek as a foreign language. Now we have the intermediate group as well. So that's really good. We also offer the foundation stage subjects, physical education. Now, in grade 1 and 2, they have 3 lessons a week. And the further up they go, they have 2 lessons a week. They do have a specialist teacher for physical education. And part of the curriculum at the start of the year is swimming, because we're very, very fortunate to have a swimming pool. And we have, the children can do swimming for at least 2 of their lessons. We usually have a double period there for them to do swimming. And even the little ones do swimming. They have body floats, so it's quite safe. And we have a lifeguard as well. Our PE teachers are lifeguards as well. Music, we have music, and further up the school, we have a specialist music teacher. We have at least 2 lessons a week of music. We also have art and design, 2 lessons a week there. This is mainly, the curriculum that I'm talking about is mainly for the primary school. For the early years foundation stage, for the early years, the kindergarten, it's very much based on the English early years foundation stage. And it's learning through play there. But the further up the school we go, it's a little bit more structured. So this is what I'm referring to now. The children also do science, environmental science, which is more like geography, history, global perspectives, and PSHE. This is a lovely lesson that they do as well. We look at global issues, we look at the global warming, we look at, in PSHE, this is personal, social and health education. We've done recently, we've looked at children less fortunate than ourselves. We've raised money for lots of different things. For example, at the start of the year, we raised money for the Morocco earthquake. The children came in dressed in red, and for that privilege, they gave €2. So we raised €800 there. Recently, we raised money, we asked the children to bring in unwanted clothes and unwanted shoes for families in Cyprus that are less fortunate than our children. And we were overwhelmed with the response that we got. So this all happens in our global perspectives and our personal and social and health education. We also have assemblies once every 3 weeks, and we look at these issues as well. We looked at last month, we looked at friendship and what it takes to be a good friend, the values there, and the qualities of a good friend. And I take the assemblies, and sometimes my assistant heads take the assemblies as well. In grade 5 and grade 6, the children have extra, they have design and technology or home economics that they do. They really enjoy these lessons. And we also do digital literacy, which is another way of saying computers, computing lessons, and that's once a week as well. Okay. Now, the school day, we start quite early in Cyprus at 7:35. We have registration, and it's like a 5-minute form period. And then at 7:40, we start the school day, 7 periods a day, 40 minutes. And then the day ends at 1:15. However, you do have the option to keep the children here until 2:30, and that's 1:15 until 2:30 every day. And that the children usually eat their lunch there, and they can do their homework. Now, the little ones don't have, they have homework once a week, especially reception, and we would like the parents to take part in that. So they don't usually do the homework in that time. But what they have, they are structured learning activities, tabletop activities that they do. And it's also very, very good for them to socialize with other children. So that's what the little ones do. The older ones do have homework every day. And the idea is that they will do their homework during that time. And I've said the idea is because they do start their homework. Some of them might not finish, but it's very important for you as well to have a look at what they've done and to monitor it as well. Now, the lunch that they have, there's 3 choices there. You can order from the canteen. We have a canteen on site that you can order lunch for your child, and it will be delivered to them. And these are things like hot sandwiches, if you like, or you can bring your own lunches. Or we have an option where we get delivered lunches from and they bring them down to Larnaca, and the children can have hot, nutritious meals every day. And they're delivered in little small plastic containers, and they also have a bread roll usually every day, some salad as well, and some fruit as well. So that's the lunches, and those are optional. The activities are every day from 2:30 until 4 o'clock. There's a rotation of activities, so every term they will do different activities, and every day they will do different activities. Now, what sort of activities do we offer? A wide range of activities. It's mostly indoor activities. We do have an outdoor activities club, and I will explain why it's mostly indoor in a minute. Some of the activities that are offered are arts and crafts activities. We have a book club activities, board games, gardening, robotics. So if they stay for the whole week and for the whole year, they will do every single one of the activities that are on the program. Now, the reason that we don't offer so many outdoor activities is that after 4 o'clock, we have actually a club called Elite Sporting Club that rent our facilities, and they run football club, they run gymnastics, and this is completely separate to the school, but they're mostly the outdoor activities and the sporting activities that your children might like to join. So we have an agreement with them, and they offer these activities. And it does help the parents actually, because depending on the days and what activities they do, they could get picked up by a lead from our school because it's on the same site, and then they will go to their elite activities, and then they can get picked up at 5 o'clock or at 5:30, depending on what activities you choose to do with elite. So that is really handy for parents, because I know that lots of parents in the afternoons, they act as taxi drivers, taking their children from one activity to the other. Okay. We also have a door-to-door bus service as well. We liaise with Xidia's coaches, and it's Mr. Pavlos Xidias. We do have pickup points as well. So you do need to liaise directly with Mr. Pavlos. This though is something that parents do ask, because when they come over looking for the school, they do need to know also where they're going to either rent or buy a house as well. So it's important for you to know that Mr. Xidias offers this service. And these are the villages that points. If it's very close by, he will do a door-to-door bus service as well. So there are pickup points in Larnaca, Pervolia, Gidi, Meneu, Tersefano, Dromolaksha, and on the other side it's Livadia, Oroglini, and Bila. So we're actually in the middle. It's a very good location that the school's at, because the motorway, the highway is very close by, and it means that parents can get to the school in 10 minutes, and maybe a little bit longer, depending on where you decide to live. But we do have families in all the places that I've just mentioned. The school fees, we can share these with you. We can send them to you, because the new school fees have actually been published. Yes, they were published yesterday, so we can share them with you. We can actually share them on the screen in a minute as well, so I can go through them as much as possible with you, because I'm not financially minded, but I will do my best there. The registration fee for new students is 2,500 euros. And I will explain that a little bit later as well. The extended day, this is optional, like I said earlier. It consists of the homework support that I mentioned and the afternoon activities. So these are extra. The uniform is also extra. We do have, actually, for the convenience of the parents, we have a uniform shop based on our site, so you can buy the uniform on a Friday. And the cost of this depends really on how many sets of uniform you're going to buy for your child. If you're a good parent, you might do your washing every single day. Not me. I have at least 3 or 4 sets, because I try and do my washing at the weekend when I have a bit more time. But if you want to save money, you can just buy 1 or 2 sets. But then it depends on your situation as well. Books, These are extra, and the textbooks and the exercise books, roughly speaking, they cost about 300 to 350 euros approximately per year. Let's see. Now, our school campus. We're going to have a new building in September 2024, and we're really, really excited about it. At the moment, we have a swimming pool. We had, for the first time, our gala with our sister schools in September. That was fantastic. It was a lovely event. We will still be sharing the swimming pool. It's very close to the new campus, so that you can understand how close it is. The new campus that we're building, the school, used to be part of our playground before. Our facilities, we have a theatre as well. You can see that here, where the children had a talk from a visitor in their global perspectives lessons. This is also where I do my assemblies as well. And we will continue to share the theatre with our high school. We have a library as well that we share with our high school. We will have our own computer labs, and we will also have trolleys of computers and laptops next term as well. So we're really excited about that. At the moment, we're sharing with the high school. So if you're going to join in September 2024, it's the best time that you're joining us. We also have a space centre, and that is on the high school site as well. And that's where our STEAM activities take place after school. We also have a canteen on the site that we're on now, and we will have our own canteen on the new site as well. We also have futsals, and these are small football pitches. I don't know if you know the term futsals. I didn't know the term futsal before I came to Cyprus, so that was new for me. And that's where most of our children play. Now, this December, as we're speaking now, these are being renovated. They're taking off the old turf, and we're having new turf put in. It is artificial grass, but this is where the children will play, and we're hoping that it will be much improved. Now, the other thing I wanted to say is that if you happen to be in Cyprus in February, we're going to have an open day. Unfortunately, our new school won't be ready. However, you can come and get a feel of the school and walk around the school as well. So that's on a Saturday in February. The next slide is, I took this photo yesterday, and this is the new school that is being built. It's enormous. And you can see some of the workmen working on it when I took the photo. But we're very proud, and we can't wait to actually move in. And I think the high school can't wait for us to move in as well, because we share a site, and we run a tight ship. We have different break times so that we don't have lots of children, we don't have overlap. But I think they've had enough of us now, and we want our own place as well. So we love them to bits, but we want our own facilities. So it's going to be new state-of-the-art facilities. We're going to have a separate early years unit. And this is important to state as well, because even though it's good for the children at the age of 4 to come and get used to the big school, they are actually secluded in their own safe area. They have their own toilets, and they will have their own playground as well. However, like I said, it's advantageous for the children to start at 4 years old, because they get to know the staff, they get to know the way the school runs as well, and they become more familiar. So the transition when they finish kindergarten to go into primary school is much smoother for the children who've attended our kindergarten. We will also have our own computer lab, as I mentioned earlier, and we will have trolleys of laptops as well. We will have our own art room, and we'll have our own music room as well. So that's why we're very, very excited. So the admissions procedure. We like to meet the child as well. Usually parents like to come on a tour of the school. They like to meet Miss Giga or myself. And then we also like to meet the child. We would like to give them a taste day, maybe a couple of hours that they spend in school. Or we can facilitate this procedure by having an online interview or a short assessment. And I know parents get really worked up about this because they hear the word assessment, but basically it's very, very low key. I will sit and talk to the child. If their English is very basic or very, very limited, then we will do maybe some number work with them, and that's how I will assess their ability. We also, though, need a school report, especially if they're older, and we would need that officially translated into English, because just the taste day or the little online interview is not enough. It doesn't do your child justice for us to make a judgment so quickly. So we also ask for a school report. We will send you an acceptance email once we've met your child and we feel that everything's okay and our school fits your child and your child fits into our school. And then we will ask for the documents that are required for registration at that point. At that point, we need the parents and the child's passport. We need the child's birth certificate. The birth certificate doesn't have to be translated into English, and nor does the child's vaccination record. We just need a record of that. The birth certificate, because you'll have the date of birth on there, so that's fine. And we will send you an application form as well, and you need to complete that as well. Now, sometimes parents put us on the spot and say, why Pascal? So, it's an international school. We have children from all over the world. And I think that is a big advantage because we don't know where life's going to take us. And we need to be able to adapt and to get on with other children and other families and other people. So the fact that it's an international to us. Right at the very, very top, our demographics, we have lots of Russian-speaking children. We have our Greek Cypriot children. We have our Ukrainian children. And coming up now, we have our Israeli families as well, the British children as well, German. We have children from Libya, from Iran, from Syria. So we have children from all over the world. German, I did mention the German children as well. There's a big interest from German children recently. There's also a big interest from South African families as well, from Australia. So like I say, truly international. The other thing that if you've had the opportunity to come and visit us, you will see that even though we're a big school, there is this family atmosphere around the school. And if you can talk to other people who've brought their children here, I'm sure they will say the same. We do try and get to know every single family by name. And I think that's very, very important. We get to know what helps the child tick as well, what's important for that child. So it's really important. When I see my teachers, every time I see my teachers, I say to them, you need to know what makes the child happy, what they like, what they don't like. You need to come close to the families. So that's really, really important. And that's what leads to the next thing, the happy children. Of course, we have excellent academic standards, but I think right at the very, very top for me is the children need to be happy. They need to feel settled. They need to feel relaxed. And once they feel that, that's when they will start to blossom academically as well. I truly believe that, and I see that every single day. I've been in education for over 30 years, and I think the most important thing is happy children. Happy children, happy staff, happy families as well. The new facilities that we have to offer is going to be a big advantage as well for us. Also, the fact that we have an automatic smooth transition into our Pascal secondary department, that is very, very important. There is no entrance examination needed, because if children come from other primary schools, they will need to sit a very challenging entrance examination for entry into the secondary department. But we don't have that. Okay, we will look at the child's behavioural record. If we have had issues with behaviour, we will obviously have spoken to the parents beforehand, but we will try and work with the parents as well, so that we do indeed have a smooth transition into the secondary department. And another big plus is that our secondary school is only 6 years, not 7 years, British system. But having said that, we do offer IGCSEs, or what used to be O-levels in my age, that's showing my age, and we do offer A-levels as well. There's different routes. Maybe Giga, you can explain, because I'm more into primary school, and Giga she's got children in the secondary department, so she can explain about the different pathways.
And we have the diploma, which is the graduate diploma. After 6 years, in all public schools and private schools, you get a graduate diploma. We have the pathway to the IB diploma, which is the International Baccalaureate, a very strong qualification for entering to universities worldwide. Then we have the IGCSEs and the AS and the A-levels, which is again very strong, because you can go to any British universities and not only. And then by next year, we're planning to have the Greek pathway as well, in case a child would like to sit the entrance exams for the Greek and Cypriot universities. So we have actually 4 pathways to success. That is what we're saying usually for any university.
Okay. So I just wanted to say thank you. I can share the fees. I've saved the negative bit to last, haven't I? But you can see from all these pictures. You can still see it. You can see from all these pictures some of the work that goes on inside the classroom, some of the trips we go on. The one in the middle with the maze is a place in Avgoro, where our grade 4s went last year. There's and it's botanical gardens, and we've also got we've got Hirogidia, which is the Neolithic site there that we go as well in grade 3. But that actually reminds me that if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can see everything that we do. We put at least 2 or 3 posts a week, so you can get the feel of the school if you don't have the opportunity to visit us in person.
Yes, I think you would like to share
I'd like to share the fees. Okay, so these fees came out yesterday. So for new children coming into our pre-reception, our 4-year-olds and our 5-year-olds, the fees are 6,500 a year, and for grade 1 it's 7,000. However, if children join in year 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the fees that are on the right-hand side are the ones that apply. Now, the registration fee is €400. Like I mentioned before, you have to pay 2,500. The 400 is the registration fee. The €50 is the Parents Association subscription, and they're very, very active at our school, and they actually pay for the children's insurance, so every single child is insured when they come to our school. And so that's 450. So you take that away from the 2,500 and you're left with 2,050. Now that 2,050 goes towards the tuition fees depending on what year group your child will enter. Now, and then that is taken away from the tuition fees that they, where are we? So then that's taken away from maybe the 6,500, and whatever is left is divided into 6 equal installments, which is paid from September through to February. Now, if you have more than one child, I think there's a discount of 500 euros, a sibling discount on the older child. What else? There's also a 3% discount if all the tuition fees are paid up front by the 30th of April of 2024.
We have the extended day program cost.
The extended day program is what I spoke to you about earlier. The homework support, which is 900 euros, and the activities, which is 800 euros. So if you go up to the top, you will see there that it says 1,700 per annum, and that's in 2 installments, September, and I think, I can't see, is it January? Anyway, but you can choose whether your child attends the extended day program. The optional lunch is what I spoke to you about, is the nutritious meals that come to us from that's right. And then there's the excursions fee, which is 700 euros. 75 euros, sorry.
And it covers the buses.
The buses, that's right, yes. Right.
So that's more or less, we can send it to you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Do you have any questions now for us?
So first of all, thanks a lot.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Our pleasure. We love our school and we love showing it off.
Thanks a lot. Guys, if you have any question, please raise your hand and then you can speak. No one? Everything was very clear?
Was that too much information to take in? I'm so sorry.
Just there's a question in the chat.
Yes.
It says that, can you elaborate what is actually the uniform?
Sorry?
About the uniform.
What is actually the uniform? It's the clothes that the children wear. So in the summer, you might want, if you've got a boy, it's shorts with a short sleeve polo shirt. They also have a hoodie as well. In the winter, your child might want long trousers and a long sleeve shirt, or they can have like a tracksuit as well. So to keep them nice and warm, they can have tracksuit bottoms and they can wear their hoodie on top. Also, there is a PE uniform as well. So when they do PE, we would expect them to come in their PE uniform, which is a little t-shirt with shorts, or again the tracksuit.
Okay. Yes. Hello. Yeah, you can speak. I will unmute you. Perfect.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. I have a couple questions actually. I would like to start with the extended day. You explain about the extended day. Is it impossible to register for the extended day in the middle of the year? Because I believe in the beginning, I want my child at home to comfort him. It's going to be difficult for him. So if it's impossible, not going to get an answer that it's...
No, it is possible. And it's advisable for the reasons that you've mentioned yourself. It's very important because your child is coming from another country that Cyprus is completely alien to them. They don't know the Greek language. They might not know the English language. They don't know the systems here. So yes, you're absolutely right. And it's much more sensible maybe if you can, that they start and they come until 1:15 and then you can join another month. So that's possible. Okay.
I have more questions. when we can come and meet you. I mean, we're trying to...
Anytime you can.
We can either meet in Larnaca, or we can do an online meeting again. We can either meet in physical. We
want to come to Larnaca as soon as possible. For me, it's next week. We can even come, and we just want to come and with the kids and meet you. And
Okay, we come to shots. We're closed for 2 weeks because of the holiday. We come back on the 8th of January. From the 8th of January onwards, email us and we can sort something out.
Okay.
You can see the school, because it's great having an online meeting. However, you really get a feel of the school when you're here, when you and it makes sense for yourself if it's right for your child, if it's a happy school. So it's something that I do encourage.
No, we just got a lot of recommendations about that school. We're not, we're pretty sure that we really want to study there, our children study there. And then next question, we're trying to make a relocation to Larnaca, and the main priority is our education of our children. So it depends. We're gonna do it only we have. We know that we have place where they study. So when I come to visit and to talk to you, how long it takes to get an answer, reply if we accept it or not. I mean,
more or less.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay.
The plus is that we will have availability for 2024. That is really good. If it was another year where we didn't know that our boss has told us we can open classes up to four classes per year group. So we will have availability. So even if all our children re-register, because usually we wait for all our children to re-register that we've got at the moment, so end of January, and then we open it up to everybody else. But because we have got availability for next year, we can do it from January.
Okay, perfect. You have any questions? No. And okay, I have more. If anybody else wants to talk, it's okay, but you have.
I think you asked all questions for others.
You're doing good. You're
okay.
doing good, Orel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question about you talked about the extended day, about the homeworks that they're gonna do in extended day. There is an assistance they got there to help them, because
our staff.
The staff. Okay, it's the same staff, or okay.
Yes.
There's a staff. Okay.
Yes.
And about the activities after 4 p.m. How can I get information about these activities? Is there a website that I can go into?
There is a website, and we can let you know. And
I'm running, but I just have to want to know all this information.
Okay, we will do that for you. We'll send you.
Okay, thank you very much.
They have a Facebook page. It's called Elite. Maybe we can write it in the chat.
Would like if you can, yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Schwartz. I've recognized you. Hello.
I'm done. You can mute me.
How are you, Anna?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm sick a little bit, so.
No.
Thank you for everything. It was great to hear you again.
Yeah, lovely to see you.
You too.
You have a question? No.
Okay.
I have one. The table of fees. Yes, so for a new kid in the, for example,
I'm meeting with you in January.
That's right. I just wanted to see if I got it right. A new kid in the 6th grade. So which column do I need to look? The left one or the right one?
Very good question. The right one.
The right. Okay.
Because it's new pupils in years 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Yes, I'll see you in January.
Yes, Maya.
Hi, I'm Maya. I know that the meeting is about the primary school, but wanted to ask about the secondary school. Okay? We had a meeting last week with Kika. Hi.
We had a meeting before, right?
Yeah, we did. And we got the registration forms and the sample exams for the secondary school. So I have basically two questions. One, I saw that the tests are in March. Can they be divided into 2 days? Like that one day she'll take the English exam and
No, it's 1 day both. It's both exams on the same day.
So, because I think it would be very difficult for her to do the entire, it's like 3 hours of exam. And maybe I can take it offline because I don't know how many people here are interested about the secondary school.
I don't remember, was it for year one? Your child was for year one, right?
Yes.
So, and I told you that he can visit in Cyprus to do the exam for maths and English. If you are not visiting Cyprus, we can arrange with his school to take the exam in Israel. Okay, so, but the exam is usually both subjects on the same date. So it's for all the kids the same. It's not so hard because they get a break in between. You don't have to worry. My kids took the same exam and it's not that difficult, okay? You don't have to worry about it.
You understand that in Israel, the year was not going in a normal way this year. And
are you visiting Cyprus? Are you visiting Cyprus to take the exam, or are you doing it in Israel?
The connection's really bad.
Yeah, I see. Let's see. Let's wait 1 more minute. Okay. 1 more second. Let's see.
Shall I answer the question that's in the chat about the English? Because I don't think I mentioned it. We immerse them in the language. So it's much easier if your child is 4, 5, 6 years old to learn English. They're immersed in the language. We also have, as well as a teacher, we have an assistant in the classes. Next year, we're hoping to have more assistants in our school in every class. So I'm hoping that will be the case next year. And when we have more staff, we will be able to pull out the children and have little groups of children, maybe when they're doing a foundation stage subject, maybe when they're doing something like geography or history. So we will try and focus on the English then. So hopefully that will help them to progress in their English language. So that's the answer there. You're welcome.
Maya, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Maya, are you visiting Cyprus?
My concern is mainly about yes, we're planning to go next month.
Let me text Maya and ask her to write down her question. 1 second, please. Because I see that there is some issues with the Wi-Fi. Okay. Is there anyone else who have a question until Maya will be back?
I tried to change my location. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Much better.
Oh, great. So my concern about the exams was mainly about the math part when they haven't studied a major part of the thing in the test of the material.
It's for all the kids the same. There's a small part that it's not finished by the primary school. There's a small like 20% which is not finished, so you don't have to worry about that. He has to take both exams. There's another way, but I'm not sure. You are visiting Cyprus in March, or?
We're planning to visit in March, yeah.
March, okay. During the exam period or before?
Yes, exactly.
Exam period, okay. You don't have to worry about that. You can email me anything if you want more info. We can repeat another meeting.
Yeah, I think it might be best to have an individual meeting.
Okay, another small question that I had is regarding the bus transportation. I was visiting Aradipu from the list of villages.
Yeah, that's because it's quite close.
We are in Aradipu.
So we are in Aradipu. So you would have to talk to him and see if he will do the door-to.
If you're staying somewhere close, I think it's gonna be okay to move the kid, because we live in Aradipu.
We both live in Aradipu. I live 3 minutes away. Giga probably lives 2.5 minutes away.
Right.
It's very close. So that's why it's missing. If it's a little bit further, because Aradipu is quite big, I'm sure have a chat with Mr. Bablos, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the information.
Okay. With regarding the summer camp and whether they do English, I don't think they do provide English courses, because the summer camp is not run by us, it's run by a league.
No, so they don't
do that. But what does help is that the children play, and it's a much less it's a relaxed atmosphere, and they learn the English, like I say, by immersing the children. So, but it depends on what age your child is, and I think your child's a bit older.
Yes, my daughter is 10. Hi, Anna. It's Paulina. We met.
Yes, I realized.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay. She might prefer maybe one-to-one lessons or something like that for the English, but I don't want to talk about the level of your child, but I think she seems very bright, so she'll catch it really quickly.
I hope, yes.
It really, learning a language does also depend on the character of the child as well. Because if the child is extroverted and doesn't mind making mistakes, they're fine, because they will try. Whereas if a child just sits there and just because they're scared of making a mistake, and there are lots of children like this, that child will take them just a little bit longer, because they will want to make sure that what they're going to say is correct before they attempt to say it. So it doesn't mean that they won't learn the language, it will just take them that little bit longer.
Another pace of learning, yes, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Lovely to see you again.
Lovely.
Anna, I do have a question that I see that Yana is asking as well. Can you tell us on average how many Israeli students right now at school, each class? Because that's a big question that I always get. Like, if my kid is going to that class, would they find the friends from Israel?
Okay. What I do try and do is I try and make sure that if a child is coming from a specific nursery or specific school or a certain country, I do try and place them with another child that will speak the home language, that will come from the same nursery, so that the transition for them will be easier, and also for us as well. It's going to be easier for us when we see that the children are much happier, much quicker. So I do look at that. We do have, I would say, around about 35 Israeli children at the moment, possibly even more. I'm sure we're probably going to have more next year. Russian-speaking children, well, I would say around about 100. So our Russian speakers are right at the top. So we have a lot of Russian-speaking children. Sometimes it's good to have the children in the class that will speak the same language, like I said, because of the fact that they're going to settle quicker. But then after that, we have to stop them speaking their home language so that they can progress in English as well. So, we have to balance it. But the teachers are very experienced, and they will use their discretion.
Thank you so much for answering that.
Welcome.
Let's see what is the other question. Yeah, I see that you read actually the chat. So
yes,
if you can answer the other questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tend to look at the age of the child and put them into their correct chronological year group. And that's what we do.
In terms of English, they're asking, how do they know what level of English? Depends on the English level of the child.
Okay, then we will just have to, is this a secondary school question? Because it's Maya again. Because I think in the high school, what we do is, it's primary, okay. In the primary, what we do, like I said before, is we will have our assistants maybe having a group of children either within the classroom or outside the classroom and helping the child with the English. But we have a lot of our children, like I said before, we're an international school, so they come with very little English. And if everything is right by Christmas, the children are understanding and speaking English as well. Oh, you're welcome. Thank
you. Okay, guys, any other question to Anna and Kiki? No? Everything is clear?
You would like our private emails? Yes, we can share those. Itai, yes, you have them. You can share them if you like. Yes?
Yeah, I do. I do, and I'm about, as you know, to share some information about the school on Facebook that I approach you via email, so everything will be there. Email, how to book a visit, your website, everything else will be there. So basically, my last questions, just to make it clear for everybody. If I want to register my kid to your school, what is the first step? Like, if you can just give, like as a summary, that will be the easiest thing to understand.
The first step is to send us an email letting us know the children's date of birth, so that we see which year group he or she qualifies for. Okay. So the second step is to have a meeting, to see the child, to have your questions answered, to do our evaluation of the child, and if we see that everything is okay, we will ask for a transcript, a translated transcript, or a recommendation from your school's teacher. We want to see whether the child has a good concentrate in his level of English, not so much, to see exactly how the baby, how your child reacts during a session, during an interview. And after that, you will get our answer, whether it's accepted or not. After the acceptance, we will be expecting your registration form filled in by you with some birth certificates and passports of the parents and vaccination of the child.
Amazing. Thanks a lot.
You have to pay the registration fee to make sure that you have your place guaranteed.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you. Galit, you have one more question.
Yes, I wanted, first of all, thank you for the information.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh,
and for
your
the
little
time.
one's gorgeous. Oh, smiling. Hello.
11 months old.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, but my question is for the older one. She will be 7 years old at the 3rd of September. So that means that she
will be year one.
She will be year one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very.
It's just 3 days. I know. I've got 2 families. I don't think they're Israeli families, but they were born on the 1st of September, and they miss it. Yes. Yes.
I see. Okay. No, maybe it's good because it's like a very fresh start and like.
Yes, she will be the mature one in the year group. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's been a pleasure speaking to you all. It really has, and I'm really looking forward to you coming over and meeting in person.
Kika, Anna, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you a lot.
Happy holidays.
To see you.
Bye-bye.
And enjoy your holiday. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.